Hello and good afternoon. This is the routine. We are about 45 minutes till the market opens. And let me show you what we have here for today. We are looking for Reuters top news on the last 24 hours here in this corner. And we get US Ukraine US-Ukraine work on refined peace plan to end war with Russia. That was about an hour ago. The relevant information there this is a really market moving event for oil, right? And let's see how the market reacts as we develop in the next few days. I'm not sure. Normally, like good news are not so good news, and sometimes bad news help the upside. So that's a point there that we want to take into consideration. Then the next one is VP, right? Walks away from okay, UK diesel won't share crude optimism about Ukraine peace talk. Okay, this is that what I'm talking about. This was 7 hours ago. Norway wealth tax trades millionaires for equity. Equality. Sorry, for equality. Ukraine strikes Russia power and heat station in Moscow region. Let's go to markets. Let's see how the futures are done or are doing for today. Future indexes. We have positive. Let me remove the camera here. Positive in Asia. Only Australia about flat. Positive in Europe. And then we have positive across the US and North America. Well, flat for Brazil, for Bovespa. Nasdaq almost 1%. This is relevant. So let's see in the daily routine how is the picture as the close of last week, right? Here we have the economic calendar for today. Dallas Fed manufacturing at 10:30 New York, and then auction bill auction tomorrow. PPI, retail sales, consumer house sales, and then Wednesday okay, so full load of a week. Let's see. This is what I am saying. Is the bulls are over or not? Let me see, because we came to this picture. Downside pressure for a while, downside pressure for a while in many indexes, right? As of now, we had a flat to up on the orange line. That is the US, the S&P 500, flat on the blue, that is the UK, about flat in Europe, Asia, leading with Japan, not so great, and China, let me remove all of this, not great at all. That was as the close of Friday. The S&P 500, remember, we have two major candles, negative candles. Here is Trump talking about tariffs, and this one was the sell-off after Nvidia gap up, right? Which caught many players off the guard, because why did we have a sell-off after the gap up? And it bounced about the same level. You see here, about the same level, about. Friday we traded higher, we failed to grow at close at the high, but as of now we're trading higher. 4 weeks in a row of negative pressure. The last week did not close at the bottom versus the last two times, right? Is this, so the question is this low, that weekly low, secure for now? I thought that Thursday let the market prove me wrong. The monthly candle now is negative. The quarterly candle so far is not negative. 12% year to date. Minus 3.5 as of the close of Friday. Down. What do we have here? The S&P 500 in a daily, the performance and the daily distribution of the S&P 500 returns. As of the close of Friday, we had a okay day, close to almost 1%, right? We had a following on negative days back to back that added to the down, that created the downside pressure. This is the value I was looking to read for today. The most important value probably we are going to see. So again, as of the close of Friday 21st, right? I just double check is correct. We have more lows than highs on both the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq. So last Friday with the bullish price action, we have more lows than new highs. That doesn't look good. At least I would have expected a candle here positive and here positive. Something, right? Something. Give me something here. I'm not saying to the high of the last 3 months, right? But something positive, something like this. So I'm going to be a little more cautious than I was. This is relevant information, right? The VIX retraced from the high. We saw that actually was not that high, right? It did not even reach 25, the front month contract. Send negative readings on the 2 months minus the 1 month, right? The long-term picture, we have oil. It went from 13, negative 13 to negative 16. We'll see that in a moment. Gold from 55 and a half, I think it retraced a little bit. Then again, we have consumer doing great. S&P 500 consumer. Emerging markets doing better, 24. S&P 500 at 12.23 as of the close of last Friday. And the only negative sector is the S&P 500 consumer discretionary year to date as of the close. In a macro view, what do we have? Argentina, negative. Equities in Argentina going negative. Japan, the 10 years negative. The rest, all across the board in US dollars, positive. Some key major equity indexes like Ireland, Italy, Mexico, South Africa, Portugal, Brazil, Spain, South Korea, and Greece, over 30% year to date. That's very good. And here's the chart where we're going to spend the most time. Okay, let's see relative weakness and price action. So we start for the last 14 days. What is the weakness and what is the strength? Silver is positive in the last 14 days, even though the last 2 days not so good, right? Not so good. Bitcoin really bad in the last 14 days, and everything is pretty much explained in the last week and in the last 7 days. Nvidia, which was holding okay in the last week, just reversed, right? 4.1 in Nvidia in the last 2 days. So that's clearly not looking for a strength. Let's see in the last 2 days what is trading higher. Apple is trading higher. And that's it. I mean, we cannot even say 0.2 positive. It's great. So again, being a bull today, it can work, of course, but the tendency for the last week and for the last 2 days has been down. I mean, last week, the last 5 trading days, we don't have any of these assets except the dollar yen positive, just 2 dollar related assets. In the last 14 days, we see a lot of flat. The euro stock was fine in the last 14 days. Flat in the last 2 days, so it's holding better. And then we have the metals doing very good, 2.2 and 6.8 gold and silver in the last 14 days. Nvidia positive in the last 14 days as well. With that, let's go to the scenario and the opening. So as of now, we have Apple positive, Microsoft positive, Nvidia positive, Amazon, so everything. Broadcom, Meta, Google, and Tesla. Everything is positive. Okay. Because of this, we are gapping up. How much are we gapping up? So this was Friday's close. Remember, they did not close at the high, retraced. It did not take the overnight high. Sorry, it did not take Friday's high during the overnight. So that's the first step. First step is take the overnight high, right? If bulls are not able, what is this? If bulls are not able to take the over, 1 second, this is BB. 1 second, I need to pick this up. If bulls are not able to take the overnight high, the Friday's high, which match this retracement on Thursday, we need to watch, right? So let me put an alert here. Create alert, single alert. Send me an email at off above. Bulls first try. First try above email. And I want this. So that should be easily done, right? Easily done, 100 points. So if we don't do it, we have to watch.